Just going to do some general voices. Can't quite say it's going to be impersonations unless I'm impersonating myself, impersonating somebody else, and you don't know who either of those people are. I'm not sure where it's going to lead to, but this is total improvisation while I'm driving home. Because it's much funner, or more fun, for those politically correct in the English language, to just make crap up, talk about stuff while you're driving, other than looking at the people who can't drive worth a crap in front of you and complaining, although I like to complain about that occasionally as well. So here we go. Let me take a drink of water first. This all needs to be recorded, the water drinking and everything. Just like comedians, you know, they're up there and they're doing their show or whatnot, or presenters, and they got the water and like, hold on a second while I take this water break. Some good water. I like that water right there. That's some good water. I don't know, is you water? What kind of water you drink? I got this water right here. That wasn't part of the show. No admission necessary. This is broadcast on your friendly local and international podcast directories, radio stations, and other stuff that rhymes with those. Because rhyming is always important. You know, all your music and your songs on the radio, almost all of them, they all rhyme, right? How about we just start talking in rhymes? You're talking to your mom, your dad, your family, your significant other, or your relatives, or just wherever you happen to go and you talk to people at. Just talk in rhymes. Pretty soon, they'll start talking in rhymes also. It's going to be one giant rhyme-a-thon. The only person that loses are the people who don't rhyme. Because let's just face it, if you don't rhyme, you can't be trusted. That's just it. If you don't rhyme, your song isn't any good. If you don't rhyme, your poetry sucks, right? It all sucks. I want to know where this rhyming thing came from. I understand that little kids somewhere figured out this word and or that word, they're similar, you know, they sort of go together, they rhyme. Then they came up with the word called rhyme to signify that the words sound alike and could be used interchangeably without throwing off the dissonance or consonants or whatever you want to say of the song or the poetry. Freestyling. I want to hear a collection of songs that don't rhyme on an album. Like non-rhyming songs' greatest hits. None of these songs rhyme whatsoever. Nothing about the song has any rhyming to them. No two words in the song rhyme with each other. I'm talking, let's take it to the other side. No rhyming whatsoever. Poetry, music, other arts and stuff, no rhyming. Or we could just make a no rhyming clause. You know, when they sign a contract with the record label, you don't have to rhyme, but we would like you if you better. You know, people say that if it rhymes, it is better. And we would like for you to rhyme, but you've got the no rhyming clause in your contract here, so you don't have to rhyme if you don't want to. But we would highly frown upon not rhyming and definitely recommend you to do more rhyming. In case you don't know what rhyming is, we have a rhyming dictionary from all the most cliched rock songs in the world there on our desk. Now, we recommend you pick it up and use it and start rhyming, but you don't have to. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of rhyming. I mean, it sounds okay, you know, and then rock cliches. Let's say cliches in general. Let's get rid of the cliches and the rhymes and see if we can invent anything new for the next century, next 1,000 years. That's what I'm talking about. What other topics? I said I wasn't going to complain. I was going to do some voices and stuff. I'm not going to complain about drivers. So we'll stick to that part of the promise. We'll start doing some funny voices here for comic effect. We'll start doing some voices here for comic effect, man. And coming up next on the radio here, we got an artist that had their first hit in 1952. They only had them one hit. Now here it is, 2012, 50 plus years later, and they come out with the #1 song again. First time ever. Let's give it up for Heavy Play. That'd be interesting, right? Somebody had a song in 1952, #1 song. They didn't perform music or anything for many years. They just sort of vanished, right? And here it is in 2013. And they have another hit song. That would be most interesting indeed. If someone were to do that, it would be quite intriguing. Quite intriguing is right. What about game shows? What's the concept here in the game show? You got things like Wheel of Fortune. They spin the wheel and flip the letter around, right? The lady or Vanna White, whatever, would go out and flip the thing around. Pretty much a worthless job, but at least she had to press it, push the thing around many years ago. Now it's all digital. You don't need anybody to spin the wheel. You don't need anybody to press the letters. That she goes over there and touches it, right? And sometimes it'll go off before she even touches it because there's somebody on the computer in the back. I mean, really, she must have had like a 40-year contract or something. I'm not sure. How do you get a job walking up to something and pressing it when you're not actually doing anything? There's somebody in the back is computer controlling it. I don't know. Hey. Say if there's a new show today and they had that idea, you think they would come up with it too? Hey, we got a new name for a show, and you spin this wheel, right, and you win some prizes. Now after the prize, they spin the wheel, they have to guess the letter of a word. And the word be short, long, in between. They have to guess letters. Once they guess the letters, then they got to guess the word. And they keep going. Whoever gets the word gets the prize. That's what we do. We have some numbers here on the board. The letters, they come up, it's digital letters. They just pop up behind this little digital screen here. Now, we've been pondering some ideas, and we can't figure out if we need somebody to go over there and push it. It's computer controlled. You don't need somebody to push it. Well, should we pay somebody a few $1 million or more a year to go over there and make it look like they're pushing this digital screen to change it from being lit to a letter? But they're not actually doing anything. And then we can pay the guy who's controlling the computer with the computer. We can not pay him but like $12 an hour. How does that sound for an idea? Well, what kind of name would you have for it? I don't know. Let's go spin and guess. How about spin and guess? How about spin the wheel? How about guess the name, win a fortune? And you can imagine it just went on and on. Not really a reenactment of the original date and times, but could be construed in another time and universe near you. That's all I've got today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, I don't mind. You listen to it anyways. And if you didn't listen to it, I don't mind that either. That didn't bother me at all either if you didn't listen to it. But someday you may accidentally listen to it and go back like, I really hate that. That sucks. Or, that's sort of cool. Or be like, I'm not listening to that guy again. He doesn't even know what the hell he's doing. Well, those are all acceptable answers indeed. Till next time, though. We'll be back later.